You know how everyone says the market slows down at the end of the year? Well, December numbers are in, and it's decided to keep us on our toes this year. With interest rates easing, buyers slowly re-entering the conversation, and sellers becoming more strategic, the Okanagan and Shuswap real estate market has wrapped up for 2025, and it's done it in a way that's actually telling for what we may be seeing in the coming year. Hi everyone, I'm Reners with Vernon Salt Fowler, and today I'm bringing you the year-end market update for the Vernon and the North Okanagan, following with Kelowna, the Central Okanagan, and Salmon Arm and the Shuswap. This isn't just a December snapshot, this is about the full picture of what the year told us, what patterns showed up, what we saw across the region, and what we should realistically expect heading into 2026. So let's break it down. How fast are homes selling? So this is the sell to inventory ratio. Let's start with the momentum. How quickly homes are actually moving relative to the inventory. For December, for the North Okanagan, 15.77%. For the Central Okanagan, 12.47%, and for the Shuswap, 12.28%. What does this tell us about all three regions? It finished the year in a very balanced, buyer-leaning territory. Not frozen, not overheated, just measured. That's important because this isn't panic-driven. There's still some hesitation, it's a little bit more calculated. Buyers are watching prices very closely. And the sellers, they're paying attention to the feedback. And the market is behaving pretty logically again. Days to sell. This is the reality check. Let's talk about how long homes are actually taking to sell. For the North Okanagan, we saw 86 days. For the Central Okanagan, 70 days. And for the Shuswap, 101 days. Yes, the Shuswap crossed the 100-day mark. And with honesty, that's not surprising. It's the winter. December sales are happening because buyers are serious, sellers are being a little bit more realistic, and nobody is rushing for emotional reasons. This slower pace is what actually creates a strong negotiating window, especially for buyers that are looking ahead, think the spring. Pricing, what people paid in 2025. Let's talk about what everyone really wants to know. What did they pay? The average prices for December, the North Okanagan, $858,036. For the Central Okanagan on average, $1,094,256, and for the Shuswap, $949,810. Let's move on to the median prices. For the North Okanagan, $730,000, for the Central Okanagan, $895,000, and for the Shuswap, $850,000. Here is the big takeaway from the full year. The prices, they held. They didn't collapse, they didn't spike, they just normalized. That's exactly what a healthy reset looks like. And after all that volatility over the last few years, this is giving us a much stronger foundation heading into 2026. Motivation told the story this year. December listings always tell who's serious. New listings for December. For the North Okanagan, 150, which was down 8.54% year over year. For the Central Okanagan, 444, which was up 8.03%, and for the Shuswap, 87, which was up 27.94%. That Shuswap number really stands out. It tells us sellers are positioning early. They're likely preparing for that spring buyer surge, especially for recreation and retirement-driven properties. Inventory quietly built through 2025, not explosively, but enough to give buyers some real choice again, which we haven't really seen consistently in years. Let's talk waterfront, a big year. Waterfront, it deserves a moment. Residential waterfront. For the North Okanagan, 27, which is up 12 from last year. For the Central Okanagan, 52, which is up from 43. And for the Shuswap, 27, which is up from 19. Let's talk about sales. Residential waterfront sales year to date. For the North Okanagan, 31, up from 28. For the Central Okanagan, 63, which is up from 57. And for the Shuswap, 38, which is slightly down from 41. So, what this tells us is very simple. Waterfront demand, it never really left, although it felt a little bit different. Buyers just came more selectively, and that trend is likely to continue into 2026. Before we go, if you're finding this helpful, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, as we're posting new videos just like this one every single week. Whether you're making move in 9 days or 90 days, or if you're just curious about the area that we call home, be sure to call, text, or email, and don't forget to just add salt. Let's talk sales volume, how we finished in 2025. The total sales for December. For the North Okanagan, we had 111, which is up 19.35%. We have the Central Okanagan, 267, which is down 2.91%. And for the Shuswap, 46, which is up 27.78%. Residential sales. For the North Okanagan, 98, which is up 19.51%. For the Central Okanagan, 240, which is down 4%. And for the Shuswap, 40, which is up 48.15%. The headline here, the North Okanagan and the Shuswap finished strong in 2025. The Central Okanagan softened slightly, not dramatically, but enough to show that buyers were being a little bit more cautious at the higher price points. So if I had to summarize 2025 in a sentence, it would be this. The market stabilized and maturity returned. Buyers learned patience, sellers learned pricing strategy is really important, and homes that were positioned properly, they would still sell. So what does this mean for 2026? Here's what we're watching as we move into the new year. Buyer confidence is quietly improving. Interest rates are no longer the headline fear. Inventory is giving buyers a little bit of leverage, but not dominance. Pricing strategy will matter more than ever. The biggest opportunities in 2026 will belong to buyers who act before the spring, before the competition returns, sellers who price in the market we're in, not the one we remember. And with that, that's a wrap in our year-end market update for 2025. If you're planning on making a move in 2026, make sure you download our free relocation package at vernonrelocation.com.